Hey guys, Jared Gwines here with a cool new toy review. So I'm among the first in the world to have my hands on the new Nerf Laser Pro Op system from Hasbro. Check this out. This is brand new stuff, should be out on the streets here sometime by the mid or in July. So I have the 2-pack system here, which includes 2 of the Alpha Point Laser Pro blasters. And I also have here the larger Delta Burst, which I'm not sure if this is just bigger to be bigger, because again, with regular Nerf blasters, bigger Nerf blasters may imply more power, more capacity, but these things are shooting light. So I'm not sure what the advantage of a bigger blaster is necessarily. I really don't know a lot about this yet. So let's unbox both of these and see what's inside. Looking here, here's the outside of the front of the box. Here on the back of the box is just giving you some more information. You see you do get 2 of the Alpha Point blasters with the 2-pack box here. And it has some cool little information like the multi-directional receiver dome, the indoor-outdoor switch, your team color indicator, and some other information. I think it's worth noting that you do need the Laser Ops Pro app from Nerf, which I'm pretty sure as of the time of this video isn't even in the App Store yet. It will be by the time this is released to the public, but even I can't download the app yet and play with it, so sorry about that. Okay guys, included in the box are 2 of the Alpha Point Laser Pro Ops blasters, 2 of the rubbery wristband mounts for your smartphone, and the instructions. Also worth noting, each one of these blasters requires 4 AA batteries, so you will need 8 AA batteries to power these guys up, and a smartphone, which, you know, not every kid necessarily has. Actually, friends, it is worth noting these blasters are, in fact, battle ready out of the box, which means you do not have to have the app to play with the blasters. So, just to be clear on that. Hasbro's aware that, you know, not every 8-year-old has an iPhone. But I think it gives you enhanced gameplay abilities and really expands into the whole world of possibilities of this blaster system. Obviously, if you do have access to a smartphone or a iPod Touch or whichever, but to be clear, you can buy this system and have fun with it for just the 8 AA batteries to power up the 2 blasters. No cell phone needed. Okay guys, here's the Alpha Point blaster, and let me power this up. I've got 4 AA batteries in this thing, and also you could see the size of it in my hand. I'm a adult, and it's still plenty large for me, so it'll be more than large enough, I'm sure, for any child or anyone who holds it. This light here on the top can be red, blue, or purple. Purple is for a free-for-all team, and basically this is just how you select your teams, or just align your blaster for teams. Up here on the top, this is your ammo light, so it just tells you how much ammo you have left based on the color. And down on the bottom is your health light that tells you how much health you have left. This is the power button here. This is the indoor-outdoor switch indicator. Here's the firing trigger, and this is really cool. Down here is a reload button, so they're sort of hidden on the handle. There's this sort of button there. Up on the front, you have the hit sensor, and if you block your hit sensor, like try to put your hand over it, it won't allow you to fire. So there's no cheating here. They've tried to make it harder to cheat. So if you try to obscure this sensor from light or whatever, it won't let you fire. So more on that in actual testing. And it's got a speaker on the side. And when you fire it, it makes, you know, cool laser noises. Here we'll power up this other one next to it. So you see these are both in the free-for-all team. So I'm gonna take this and I shoot at this one. Right. We're charged. You see it just registered a hit. Do that again. I'm gonna shoot right at the sensor. And it registered a hit. Do it again. You can do direct hits. Look. Got him. So that's gonna be your game over there for that blaster. as you might imagine, I think a lot of the fun factor here is going to depend on how many people you have playing and if you have those apps running. So it is true, you can take these out of the box and play with them right out of the box, but you have to use your imagination a little bit. To really get crazy with the power-ups and all the different modes and game types and everything, you gotta have the app. And it does come with the mount for that in the box, so you can mount it on your wrist, just like you see in the artwork on the packaging. But you might have to borrow your mom or dad's phone to get the full functionality out of these things. All right, let's open up the Delta Burst and see if it's anything different, or just a large version of the blasters that we just opened. You see a much larger box here. Here's the back of the box. Requires 6 AA batteries. Okay, here's the Delta Burst out of the box, but still in its packaging. And immediately there are 2 things here that are going to make it superior to just the regular Alpha Points. And that's going to be, they have real kickback action, so there's going to be some sort of force action when you shoot. And then there's an actual LCD screen indicator on the back. So getting the force feedback, having a screen on the back, that is why you're paying more for this blaster. On the Delta Burst, just like on the Alpha Points, you put in the batteries here on the front. There is one Phillips head screw here just underneath sort of the light nozzle, and that's where the AA batteries go. All right, let's power this up for the first time and see what happens. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Immediately also, you can definitely tell that the speaker is louder in this thing. It's much louder. Okay, it's not even a contest here how much cooler this one is. Check this out when you pull the trigger. I mean, that's what you want, right? That's what you want. They got to make the other ones at a smaller price point, so that way, you know, it's not all this. But this is cool. This is what you want. When you pull the trigger and you could feel the blast going out. Like, yeah, that's very that's very satisfying. Much better, in my opinion, than the Alpha Points. Here, the reload function button here is right here on the bottom, like a giant skating wheel. That's what you press to reload. I'm out. Reloaded. Got 18 rounds. It's gonna fire 3 every time. I don't know if there's a way to select that or change that. Perhaps with the app, but I don't have the app, so. All right, guys, here's your Nerf Laser Pro Ops launch blasters. You've got the 2 Alpha Points in the 2-pack and the big Delta Burst rifle by itself. The health and ammo indicators are a little more simple on the Alpha Point, and then you actually get the LCD screen on the Delta Burst. All 3 of these are in purple, which means that they're all in free-for-all mode, which means each player is against any other player. I'm not sure how many total players you can have. That's a question that we will find out the answer to later. This feels great. I will say that all 3 of them feel fantastic in my hand, and I like the Delta Burst the best, obviously, because of the recoil function, and I just think it looks cooler. It's also a little bit louder. It's got a little bit bigger speaker than the other 2. So look for this really soon. I'm told that this is going to come out here before the end of July. I'm not sure which retailers you can find them at, but check them out. And if I have a way for you to buy them, I'll put a link in the description below. But thanks for watching. I appreciate this. See you next time.